Hello? Hi? Okay. So... Okay, so I'm glad that I could just... I mean, it seems like... Hold on. Yeah. Damn. Okay. I can see that we're back. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's not my fault. VRCHAT just had a fucking seizure, and it fucked up OBS. Yeah, long story short, VRCHAT had a seizure. I came back, and the shift in my CPU, it caused OBS to crash. It was a CPU overload. So I was like yelling into the camera, "Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And nobody was saying anything. And then I saw that there was like no connectivity. There was nothing. There was no data going through OBS. So apologies for that. Even though it's not even my fault. But apologies all the same. But hi. I'm very sorry for the interruption. I didn't mean to have our conversation so rudely interrupted. But I do thank you for the follow, Silver Fox. I'm not sure if you heard me say thank you, but thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. It was Discord. It was Discord, yes. No. I'm not gonna talk shit about OBS. I'm not gonna talk shit about OBS. It's actually VRChat's fault. VRChat again disconnected me, and that caused OBS to blow up. So it's not OBS's fault. So it's actually the best streaming software, and the fact that it's remained free all this time is actually pretty amazing. So I can't talk shit about OBS, no. So I can't do that. Yeah, no worries. I know you're just joking anyway, but you know, just a little bit of additional factoids, a little bit. Yeah, guys, hi. In case you're new here, my name is Nepherti. Hi. I hate when we have to restart streams because it completely throws up our entire rhythm. It throws off maybe the people who are lurking, so we lose people who are lurking because of just the connectivity issues, which really sucks. That really blows a lot. So if you have been lurking, I hope that you will actually, can you make instead of pinning that, please put refresh. Well, I guess maybe people will know when they see it that it crashed, they'll just know to refresh. Actually, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about Apple. It's fine. Forget about it. When people come out from lurking, if they ever do, they'll see that the stream was fucked up, and if they want to reload, they reload. If not, then whatever. But yeah, you all should reload your browsers, reload the stream so that you can see everything. But yeah, we are back. I still have actually dubbed the acronym. Oh balls, my stream crashed. Well, that's fine. I gotta give OBS credit where credit is due. Yeah, absolutely. We gotta be grateful. I'm grateful that I don't have to pay for the software that I use to stream. That is one less thing I don't have to worry about. So yeah, they could very well do like a subscription thing. They could, but they don't. So I'm glad that they keep it free. I'm new here. Hello, new. My name is Nepherti. Nice to meet you. V2, yes, we're back. Version 2. I sure do love it when my streams have to be segmented into 2 different parts. Boy, that's my favorite thing ever. I definitely love doing that and having my viewership completely obliterated because of an issue that was completely out of my control. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't enjoy that. Okay. Sure, we can change it to a classic avatar. That's fine. So, so my mod felt inclined to have me bring back a classic avatar. So, I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry about this. But, I hope that you will, you'll be alright for a little while. Yo, thank you for the 100 biddies, Ali. Hi, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the 100 biddies. I hope your weekend and your day has been going well. Welcome in, welcome in. Oof, classic time up at 7:13. Jeez. Okay. All right. Okay. So, classic avatar. Early VR chat. Nepherti. Very, very early. But hello. This is a free one. It's free. It's free on I think it's still free. I mean, it still exists. So I guess it's still free. But yeah. This used to be my old look. So yeah, welcome in everybody. Giving people a chance to kind of like rearrange themselves and kind of bring themselves back. But yeah, I used to use free avatars. Obviously, you know, when you first get into VRCHAT, you don't know how to upload things. You don't know Unity. You don't know about Blender. You just kind of like you're just in VRCHAT and everyone has an avatar, so you need to find an avatar. So like the first couple of weeks was just finding an avatar that fit me. I found one that was good, and then a lot of my older free avatars were given to me actually. So that's another thing too. I used to have a friend who would give me like free avatars that she had found, and this may have been one of them. I'm not too sure, but this is definitely like this is a very kind of classic Nepherti throwback from back in the day, for sure. Thanks for lurking, Elvis. Let's see. Let's see. Sharp teeth? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I used to do interviews in this avatar as well. That's generally what I used to do also. So, yo, hi. Hello there. Ash the Devil, hello, hi. Welcome in. Welcome to the clubhouse, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome in. Weeks most spent years. Really? Well, I spent weeks looking for an avatar that fits me in VRCHAT. That's what I did. And there it is, and there it is on alert. Yeah. But yeah. That's what I spent weeks doing. And, you know, over time, I'll be exposed to more and more free avatars. But, you know, the more you spend time with free avatars, the more you kind of understand that you aren't getting your full on, you're not having your identity truly validated. You're kind of just settling for less. You're settling for something lower than the standard that you would like to be at. And so I got to the point where I wanted an avatar that actually like represented me and looked really fucking good. So that's when I started looking into, you know, paid avatars, which ultimately had led me to learn how to use Unity, how to use the VRCHAT SDK within Unity, and just kind of like learn their creator companion tool for VRCHAT. I had to learn all these new things just so I could have an avatar that I purchased on, Jinxie or whatever. So, but that just kind of came with time. It was like an evolution. It was an evolution. I just double checked the prices on Taco Bell's Y2K menu and everything is $3. Hell yeah! Good shit, Taco Bell. That's how you do it. If you're gonna bring the 90s back, bring them back all the fucking way. Like, inflation won't hurt you, trust me. Making everything $3. This is gonna be an experiment. Like a lot of the fucking like fast food places have such expensive things these days. I think that Taco Bell is going to be like, we just did this thing and kept everything $3, and we're gonna prove inflation to be completely wrong. That people will actually spend the money if they have it, and they'll buy more shit, and they'll spend about as much money as they would otherwise. And not only that, but it'll just bring in more people too. So you have more customers, more output, more revenue, essentially. I think it's gonna be something that's going to revert some thinking that has been very much, ingrained in the fast food industry. I think. I don't know. That's just kind of speculation. We'll see what happens. Inflation ruined these minis nowadays. They will cry inflation and not try it anymore. Well, yeah. I mean, inflation is real. It's a real phenomenon. So they can cry inflation, but if it's real, then it is what it is, and it is real. So, I mean, I guess it's as real as government currency. The dollar bill. It's as real as we give such things value. So, yeah, I'm gonna head to Taco Bell right now. Actually, okay, Endless. Hey, yeah. Wolfie inspired some people. That's good. That's good. Wait, also squats? I see. Okay. Hello, this is your older model. This is my second main model that I used to use in VRCHAT. Yeah. This is the one a classic one that lasted a pretty long time. I did interviews in this avatar. So, it was around for a pretty long time, but my mod thought it was ideal to bring back a classic, so I had to bring back a classic. So, for people who don't know, this is classic Nepherti. Alright, so I have squats to do. Okay. I do got squats to do. And now my entire fucking PC is lagging. Like, that disconnect from fucking VRCHAT fucking killed me, dude. Yeah, technology. Yes, get Taco Bell, embrace delicious, likely unhealthy tacos. Yes. You can only go further, even further beyond. Enjoy the Taco Bell. We command it. Okay, so I will do them. Ba 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 ba. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Whoa, that's crazy. That's not what I wanted. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-da. Bum 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 bum. This is one of my favorite songs. This is one of my favorite progressive house songs. Bum, bum. Might be old, but still has a nice aesthetic. Pop to it, I'd say. Yeah, I think so, Gar. It's good to see you, by the way. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I have good taste. I know what fits me, but I'm glad that we've moved to paid avatars. But, you know, it is what it be. It is what it do. So, 5 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, she is wearing heels, yeah. Stilettos, actually. Great for doing squats in, of course. So. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Boom boom boom. Okay, let's sat ourselves. Can't drive because you're disabled, so I'm raiding Taco Bell later on. Whatever you gotta do. Whatever works. Yeah, no worries in this. Taco Bell ain't going anywhere. Let me tell you. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, sorry for the readjustment, chat. I don't usually have to readjust this much, but I guess it's just one of those days, one of those bad camera days for me, I guess. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay. Sorry, chat. I had to change it up a little bit. But yeah, did you know that Japan has a very, very vibrant toilet history? Puts on nerdy glasses slowly. Were you aware? Did you know? Yes. Okay. No, it ain't. Now I got something to look forward to later. Yeah, hell yeah. I hope to find fire, taste, and fashion like you one day, my precious sis. Oof, it needs work. Hey, as long as you dress well and you dress like someone that you could be proud to be around, I think at that point you're doing all right. Of course, it's very, very important to dress to impress, but whatever works. We'll change it around a little bit. Neff with all the best angles. I take photos. I do videos. I try to make things, you know, as pleasant as I can make them. Welcome back, Elvis. But yeah. What's it called? Right, like go. Oh man. Danny, and ding, ding. But yeah, like, okay. So yeah, this avatar has a lot of history. I used this one for quite a long time. I used to base a lot of my design around this avatar. This used to be like the baseline for my OC, essentially. So this is kind of like where everything kind of started, with kind of organizing how I want it to appear, how I want it to look on stream, and just establishing a very standardized look and feel with like the red hair and the green eyes. That started with this avatar. And I really just aimed to build off of this particular avatar to get to the points where we are now. So, you know, 3.5 years later, basically, so. Whoever thought of putting 28 screws in a keyboard is a dickhead? Well, it's very, 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 very important hardware. Yeah. You succeed, my queen? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm just doing my best out here, you know? Whoa. And apparently my best is pretty mediocre these days. I don't know if we lost a bunch of people or what, but either way, having to like, I don't know, like, I'm not sure, like, if this is gonna be like useful to people, you know? I don't know. I like the classic avatar option. I like keeping that in because it allows me to kind of talk about my history as a streamer a little bit. But obviously it does kind of like, it kind of interrupts the absolute like flow of whatever avatar I'm currently wearing. So I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if I'm okay with that, but we'll see. I wish streams auto refresh once back up. Yeah, that would be really, really great. That would be wonderful. Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, that's just kind of how things go. It's really, really unfortunate. You know, people who are lurking just basically just don't even know that it happened, which is shitty. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I recently watched a documentary about Japanese toilets. And that may sound very, very strange, but it doesn't sound as strange when you realize that Japan didn't have toilets as far back as the 1940s. So, hearing about the history and how Toto as a company evolved through like, what was it like basically through 2 wars. It survived 2 wars, 2 world wars. It survived and adapted. In both cases. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Hello, Chinook. Hello. Welcome in. I hear September is a very bad month for creators. I know that you're fantastic. Thank you, Dark. I appreciate that. That's kind of strange that September will be horrible for creators when September is very much touted as Subtember. It's actually the time where streamers actually expect that people will subscribe to them because of the lower prices throughout the month of September. So I'm not quite sure about September being rough on some creators. I'm not too sure about that since it's a pretty big deal here on Twitch, September. But yeah. What matters is results. That's what matters. Results matter the most. And, you know, I'm simply doing my best. There's Stranger documentaries. That one sounds tame. Yeah, I mean, I like to learn things. I think learning things is very, very, very important. So I do like to learn new things. And so, of course there are, you know, crazier documentaries that you can watch, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you want to learn new things. Hello, Last Hit. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Not too surprising since you have been saying you try to rinse yourself in Japanese culture. Yes. I've been very, I guess I wouldn't say integrated, but I have cared a lot about Japanese culture for a very, very long time. Also, cheers, chat. Sippy sip time. Sippy sip time, chat. But yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting stuff. I'm sure you guys will not find that particularly interesting, but what you may find interesting is... So I love learning about strange and obscure things mostly. I try not to really focus too much on the obscure stuff. I think, obviously, you know, everyone can have their little hobby and how they want to learn about things. I do think, you know, knowing not so much obscure things, but things that are somewhat relevant to why, you know, things happened the way that they happened. To learn from past mistakes. To evolve as a person who is using their brain. As a thinking individual. You know, evolving from simply knowing very little or knowing nothing to at the very least knowing something. And that sort of journey. That's really kind of my approach to it. I don't think like knowing like weird and obscure things, that's not why I personally learn. But obviously everyone has their reasons. Dang right it is. If we aren't learning something at the end of the day, what are we really doing? Yeah, I agree. Your voice is like velvet, so smooth and easy to listen to. As long as you're speaking, I would love to listen. Thank you, Dark. That's very, very sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. I very much appreciate the compliments. It is my bread and butter. It is how I am making a living. At least I'm trying to. So, doing my best. Just really want to bring in a lot of really cool people, bring in better people. Hopefully, you know, let people know what I'm about. And I do these streams just to kind of leave things open so that people can perhaps feel a little bit more comfortable talking. Because I do know that under certain circumstances, people may feel less inclined to, you know, say hello or to just, you know, speak in general. So I like doing these streams because I think it's healthy to just build up a sense of proper, easygoing communication between myself and what I believe to be people who support me. So, thank you. Yeah. Who you shooting your shot with and can I watch? I'm doing that right now, Sly. And I was doing that before, actually. I was doing that before. But, my friends were very, very worried. You're very, very warning. Hopefully, Sly, hopefully. But yeah, I woke up this morning. I checked where my Twitch streams had ended up. You know, I very much lurk in streamers and the streams of my friends. I do like to lurk, and just as an additional viewer for many of my friends. So when I wake up, I am typically in some strange new place in the Twitter sphere. Oh, sorry, the Twitch sphere. So I woke up today, and I turned on my PC. I saw where I was today, and it was a VRCHAT streamer. Actually, correction. I don't think that they were a VRCHAT streamer. From the very brief moments that I looked into them, I don't believe they do VRChat content as their sole content. I think that they were just in VRChat for whatever reason. But anyway, this individual just had this very, very kind of like she was like literally like begging for subs. And I'm just like, and that was like the first thing that I heard out of her mouth, like talking to her chat and just kind of begging for subs. And I'm just like, wow. So this is where we're at. This is what we're at now. This is what we've become. You know, just people begging for subscriptions. It's just, I don't know, like it immediately put a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm like, it's like people see this stuff and like, you know, people hang out and like I don't know how or why people like that maintain viewership. I don't get it personally. Like I do everything possible to make it very clear how you all can support me. I'm not gonna sit here and like beg you for subs. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's so shallow, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever be in that position either. So like, it just was kind of like, what are you doing? It was like, and it just rang so insincere, and the way that she was talking also just, it felt very, very, extremely insincere. It felt very, very fake. And I have pretty good insight. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm right most of the time. But yeah, that was like terrible. But I'm like, yeah, you never sub to those? Like an ad? Yeah, it's just, I mean, they don't really like make it. I imagine that her entire stream wasn't her, you know, asking her chat for subs. I imagine that wasn't the case. But it's still, in any case, it's just like, I don't know, something about her just really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not the best way to start off my day, I guess, but at the same time, you know, it's just like, wow, this is what some streamers end up doing, and I don't know how any of them succeed. And honestly, I guess to be honest, I don't really know how I succeeded. You know, I would love to tell you guys that like I am like this very super talented, very skilled streamer who does all of these things, and sure, my actions do reflect that as a truth. That's true. However, I like the way that I stream is very, very different from the average person. I stream very, very differently. And I do so to my detriment. But I think that's worth it. I think that it's worth it. Can't stand those types of streamers. Yeah. I don't like them either, guys. I don't like them either. I appreciate you guys that you guys agree with me. It's just kind of terrible, you know. I don't like it. And thank you for the love. I appreciate that, Alvis. Thank you. But some mentioned subs like every couple of minutes or donations. Yeah. It felt kind of like that vein. Kind of like that. And thank you also, Danny. But like, it's just like, I want to say that like my success is contingent on really, I guess, like a lot of people have helped me. A lot of people have had my back. Sure, I've done things in my own strength, and I've done things in my own ability, sure, but at the end of the day, like I don't want to like. The scariest thing for me, chat, is feeling like I'm going backwards. And perhaps even by coming to this particular world, which is reminiscent of my very early days as Nepherti, even come to this world, it feels like I'm like inherently asking to go backwards and to kind of regress into a streamer that, you know, nobody wants to watch. And honestly, that's my fear. I want, like, I've seen it happen. Seen it happen to many people. It's not fun when it does, but I know the things that I need to do. I know how I need to go about doing them, and just kind of remaining focused and steadfast is what I certainly hope that, you know, people will see my integrity, and, you know, they'll believe in the words of others with regards to my character, and that they will check me out. But I do just need to create more stuff. I think what I'm missing is the creative aspect when it comes to posting on other websites. I think that's really what may be kind of holding me back, but I don't really know. No, it's more like looking back to see how far you've come. Yeah, I try to perceive it in that light. And I like to look at things like, oh, this is like I used to come here and talk with you guys and hang out with you guys, and I'm pretty sure it was this world, it was this exact world where I was just talking and like I normally do, talking with you guys, and all of a sudden I got gifted 3 Vive trackers, and not just any trackers, the Strap Pluses. And that kind of started everything for me. Like, I was in this world, and I was just talking to people, and then out of the blue, Amon comes through and just hits up my throne, and just out of nowhere just gives me 3 Vive trackers and Track Pluses. And, hello, Zeratar. Hey. Oh my god, it's you. Hi. Yes, it is me. It is you. It is you too. But yeah, like, that's kind of where everything started for me. I guess truly started. It enabled me to be able to dance. It enabled me to at least be able to, I mean, at the time, it was wiggling at that time. Even though I still do wiggles, I do think that I actually dance as well. But that really started everything, and it all kind of started here. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm always grateful to those from my past who have allowed me to get to where I am now. I will never forget the generosity and the kindness that people have shown towards me. And that's just something that's very, very, that's integral into this journey. I will not forget. You built on your past, and you've been working so hard. It's quite frankly inspiring. Thank you, Slav. I like to hope so. I do like to hope so. But I also know that at the end of the day, you know, what matters is results. So, you know, I wanna produce results. I wanna be in a situation where I can give you guys not just the best content, but also give you guys the best experience. And the best way to do that is by, you know, continuing to walk with confidence, continue to create with confidence. And that's really kind of where I'm at. That's where I've been at. So, and that's where I will remain at. Okay. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Everything is coming full circle in a way. More or less. More or less. I think. I do think so. It's very, very much a journey that requires, you know, time and concerted effort, which, you know, I continue to do. I continue to do my best and make that happen. Because I think at the end of the day, it's this streaming is something that I love doing, and I'll continue to do it for as long as you guys want me here. I love playing games. I like beating games. I like giving guys a reason to watch games that perhaps you haven't had a chance to play before. And to me, that's like so much fun. But more fun than entertaining you all with games is being able to talk with you and being able to get to know you. Being able to know you guys has been, you know, the most, I would say, the most gratifying portion of streaming. Even if many of you are only like in my Twitch chat, even if that's the case, I really do appreciate you guys. And again, getting to know so many of you has been very, very, very satisfying. Good morning, Ziggy. Good morning, good morning. I don't say integral. You could say integral or integral. Both are essentially the same. I'm here for you, Neff. Whatever you play is just a bonus. I appreciate that, and that is what I wanted to go. Tomato. Yes, basically. That's basically like that's how I built my community. I built my community on, and my reputation, I guess more so my reputation than anything else. I built my reputation on being able to have an atmosphere where people can feel comfortable talking and speaking their minds. Obviously, we don't do trauma dumping here, but we do allow people to speak their mind and share their thoughts, as long as they do so in a respectful way. And just tacking on the word respect to a statement doesn't make it respectful also. I will see through that bullshit. But I think building a community that's built on trust and belief, and not just myself, but also in all of you guys, encouraging you guys to be better and to improve yourselves, to just enjoy, make the most of life, and honestly, just to be able to get to know all of you and feel comfortable, all of you feel comfortable to be here. That is ultimately the goal and the intention. That is why I've done what I do, and I hope to continue doing what I do. I hope to, at least. So, you know, it kind of is, it is what it be. It is what it be, you know? You have let me open up a lot more than I expect to be able to when I stream, so I do my best to not abuse that. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you for being cognizant of that, Sin. Spike. Thank you for being aware of that, Spike. I want to do the same, but before I really start streaming myself, I have to learn patience. And it's been a true honor to get to know you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, everyone has different reasons for starting to stream. I would just say, just make sure that it's for reasons that you can be proud of, and also make sure that you have, like, depending on how you want to approach streaming, be sure that you kind of understand why you're doing it, and you make it very, very clear to yourself why you're doing it. Because regardless of whatever you may say to your chat, your true intentions will come through, and you don't want to lie to yourself. You just don't want to lie to yourself. So just be careful. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. And my reasons are very, very defined. Man, if I was only a financially rich person, I'd support the hell out of creators like you, so they never stop creating badass inspirational stuff. Well, well, honestly, like I said, just being here makes all the difference, Gar. I would encourage you to come over to Twitch, though. At some point, whenever if you'll ever be ready. But yeah, like, if you want to support me, the best way that you can do that is by subscribing to other content that I do on other websites, because there are other ways that you can support me, and then you can come here on Twitch and just watch over here, because not many people from YouTube are tuning in to me. It's just not happening. So, you know, I definitely feel a lot more like myself in your streams, less like walking on eggshells. Exactly. I don't want people walking on eggshells here. I have a very, very, very simple policy. Don't act like a dumbass. Well, I mean, okay, be respectful. Sometimes people, it's okay to act dumb sometimes and be silly and have a good time. Those things are fine. So I don't want to say don't act like a dumbass. That's sometimes it's perfectly fine to do. So I don't want to say that. I do want to say that treat each other with respect. Be respectful. And if you are respectful, then everything else will come easily and you will be just fine in my community. And also, don't make it all about you. I love answering questions and sharing things with you, but like people who like to make it all about them, it's not gonna work. So, but again, obviously I love hearing about your days. I love hearing about what you guys do and how things are going. There's obviously a balance. And so I think striking that balance is what matters the most, I think. I think you're doing great and appreciate all the work you do. And you just listed another thing. I'm glad you're not a sellout and keep true to your intentions. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to doing VRCHAT content, and like based on what Vane said, when it comes to doing VRCHAT content, and I guess just being an entertainer, being a public figure in any capacity, having your integrity speak for itself and being consistent in your ways is what is going to make people believe in you. That is what's going to cause people to trust in you. That's what's going to cause people to want to support you. And so my integrity, my philosophy of streaming, and what I aim to do as an entertainer, all of these things have been persistent. They've persisted since almost the day I started streaming. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to help you get your mind off of things. I'm here to help you maybe have a little bit of a laugh, maybe, just kind of flex my gaming ability and you enjoy that. I'm here to dance. I'm here to be silly and do bad karaoke streams. I got taught how to fly. I got taught how to fly in VR 2 weeks ago by Kana, and just kind of trying things. I'm always trying things, and I'm always trying to reach you guys. I'm always trying to see and to gauge what you guys want. Because to be frank, it's very, very difficult for me to get a beat on what my community wants. And I think that may be because you guys just like anything that I do for the most part. You're here for me. And perhaps that's why it's difficult for me to get a lock on what you guys collectively want. And perhaps that's also because I feel like every stream, I'm having a different batch of people in my chat every stream. There are some people who continuously show up, but I do oftentimes feel like I'm just getting like a different batch of people every time. So it feels like I'm having to like re-educate and reaffirm, and there's that sense of like, hey, I like this and that about what you do, Nepherti, because for whatever reason, it just kind of feels there's a strange imbalance. But I am here to do what I do, and I love what I do, and I want you guys to also hopefully love what I do. So even better VRCHAT content is on the way. That is on the way if you're looking forward to that. My first stream was you talking, and for me, that's where you shine brightest. You're an interesting person. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment, Sloth. And Ming2317, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the clubhouse, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the vibes, if nothing else. Hey, hell yeah. What's up, Ming? Hell yeah. Nice to meet you. Being able to be here since that day and getting to know you, becoming a good friend, and so forth has been such a great thing. I'm glad to hear that, Apple. I'm very, very happy to hear that. Very, very glad that it's been good for you as well. I suppose, there's some people who've been here for a very, very long time. And I think that's really what speaks of my integrity and my consistency. Apple has been here for maybe like 2.5-ish years or so. So, you know, if you're going to trust anybody on the kind of person that I am, it would be Apple. And there are a couple of other people too. Hey, I'm a dumbass. That's why I took back that statement, Ray. You silly motherfucker. Let's see. Being able to, okay, yep. There are some streams where you can tell they're in it for the money if you pay close attention. Oh yeah, 100%, dude. That was the streamer that I was talking about earlier. Everything that they say just drips with insincerity, and it's so easy to tell. It's so easy to tell, at least for me. But at the end of the day, my concern isn't about them. My concern is growing as a content creator, and also raising up my friends who I believe in. Not that many of my streamer friends don't really need my help, to be honest. They got their shit on lock. But my goal ultimately is to be a good friend to my friends who are fellow streamers, and to do my best to look after them the best that I can. Because I know that they will do the same for me. I want to believe that they will believe in me and in my integrity. And that's really kind of my hope, all in all. I'm doing it to spread love and be in a safe place for people. That's your main goal. I hope you can hold on to that endless. You know, it is a very, very true thing that streaming can change a person. It can change you, depending on how long or how consistently you do it. So just be mindful of that. I'm so happy I can support you on all platforms. It's the least I can do for all you do for us. I appreciate that, Spike. Thank you very much. I do see you, and I appreciate your continued support. I will continue to do my best and not let you guys down. I'm fully 100% invested into doing this, into streaming, and there are some very, very cool things on the horizon. There's some very, very exciting things on the horizon. And so I will do my very, very best to execute on them, even though some of them may be kind of scary. Some of them are pretty scary endeavors. I'm not too sure how they're going to go. I'm not too sure if anyone's going to want to participate. But there are many things that I have planned for the future, and I hope that we can experience them together. That's generally what I'm looking for and hoping for. Okay. Easy for smart people to tell. Hey, I see what you did there, Vane. I see what you did there. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. And you too. You too. You're also in that category. Well, actually, yes, I do believe in you, but I'll let actions talk. Yes. If you, and this is for anybody in chat, I am a woman of action. If you haven't noticed already. I like to do things, I make decisions, and I stand by those decisions. I'm a woman of integrity and action. And that's really why I really align with Japanese culture so much, because there's a lot of like honor and just loyalty weaved into the history of, you know, Japanese culture. I don't know, maybe it's part of other cultures too, but I particularly like the brand of how Japanese culture has very much it very much aligns with my way of being, and so like I really want to I want to be sure that my actions speak loudly. So that's really what my goal is. And if you want to show me how you really feel, if you want to show me what you really believe in, and how you really, you know, feel about me, words are lovely. I appreciate all of the words. I appreciate everything you guys tell me in chat. But at the end of the day, your actions will let me know what's going on. Because, like I said, you know, as a woman of action, I intend to do things consciously and with the intent of hopefully inspiring you guys and allowing you to have a really, really awesome time. I want you guys to have a kick-ass fucking time here. You know? That's what I'm all about. At the end of the day, we're here to have a good time. Together. And I hope that I can do that for you guys. Hope that I can continue to do that for you guys. I see Vane doing the nodders. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see. I personally love everything that you put your genuine personality. I personally love that you put your genuine personality into everything you do. That's why I don't have a strong preference for anything aside from the amazing ASMR streams. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that very much, Spike. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, like and that's kind of what I want to have. I desire everyone who believes in what I do. I desire for you all to see through my actions and my intentions every reason to remain by my side, to remain a part of my community, to continue to support me in my endeavors. All of these things are ways that I'm trying my best to prove myself to you guys. And to me, that is the most important thing, proving who I am to all of you, you know? Yo, hello, give me a second. Yo, Fo, can I call you, I'm not sure how you would pronounce your name, but Fof, if you don't mind, if I can call you Fof. Hello, welcome. Thank you for hitting the follow button. I appreciate that very, very much. And welcome to the clubhouse. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome in. I'm here to chill with you, learn from you. Like I told you before, your depth and realness inspires me, and yes, I'll keep that in mind. I can't let any level of success change you. Yep. So true. Big true. Will I hit the year mark? You've been here for over a year. Sly's been here for over a year. That's crazy. That's awesome. Let's see. Sometimes you fall down, but you have the inner strength that picks yourself back up. Not out of necessity, but out of passion. I mean, hey, I would be lying if I said that it wasn't a little bit out of necessity. I would be lying. There is necessity there. This is my job. This is my living. This is my life. Streaming. I love to stream. I love to entertain. I've wanted to be an on-screen actor or a professional, or I am a professional voice actor, but I've wanted to consistently be working in voice acting or be an on-screen actor for much of my life. I've always enjoyed performance. I've always enjoyed like the experience of talking with people and engaging with people in within a framework of my own creation. And that's the beauty of streaming. You can create whatever atmosphere you want for your streams. And it's just about being very thoughtful about your approach. But yes, there is necessity here. This is my job. So yeah, there's necessity, but it isn't the driving force. There is very much passion. I love what I do. And it really is passion that allows me to try new things. It's passion that continues to push me forward and allow me to do so much and more and try new things and take risks on things. And that's why I like doing what I do. I'll let my actions speak my loyalty to you. Sounds good, Spike. Even Michael Jordan missed 50% of his shots. Anyone can say anything. I say this as a space cowboy with several million in the bank. Sure, yeah. Anyone can say anything, and I'm gonna touch on this aspect really quickly. I'll touch on this with you guys, and I think it's okay for me to say it like this because it is what it is. But there have been people who have come into my community who have said the nicest things you could ever imagine. They had nothing but kind words. They had nothing but affirmations. They had nothing but, very much like I think what you're doing is great, Nepherti. I love your content. I can't wait for your next stream. You're doing so great. I've had many people come into my community, into my streams, we'll say, saying things like that. And sure, again, I appreciate the words so much. I really, really do. But some of those people are no longer here for one reason or another. And so, though words can be very, very nice, words are very, very flowery and very lovely to use. At the end of the day, I want to believe that all of you truly, truly enjoy what I do. But when I'm getting constantly, not constantly, when I'm being pampered or complimented by people in chat, though I appreciate it, at the end of the day, we'll see how long you stick around. And that's just kind of putting it bluntly. Yeah, Vane sees it all the time. Yeah, it is what it is. And you have to kind of look at it from my perspective too. I'm the streamer who's getting all these really kind words said to her, and then 3 months later, that person is nowhere to be found. Or a couple people are nowhere to be found. And sure, I know life happens. I know that life happens. Whatever. But my point is, what matters to me is people who have remained consistent. Consistency is what matters to me. How you show yourself true is what I will remember. Because I do what I can to show myself true to all of you. Showing up day after day after day. Showing up because I love what I do. And I think what we are doing together here, when we're doing in this community, is fucking amazing. It's good. I love it. Okay. Trying and failing is often better than not trying at all. You learn from a failure, but don't learn anything from not doing. Yes. Exactly. Exactly that. Exactly what's happening. Yeah. So, that's something that I learned very early in life. So you have to take risks. You have to take risks. You have to. Playing it safe, which I did for a very, very long time. I played it very, very safe for a long time. That led to regrets. But in this iteration of me, we're getting very, very close to. We are what, 20? We're 24 points away from my past live stream. We're 24 subs away from that. So I may have an opportunity to show you guys what I used to do and what I've done. And I'm happy to do that. And so, what's up, Kyomu? Hello. Good to see you. Also, Jonathan, hello. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day / night also. Thank you for coming through. I hope you enjoy your time here. Welcome. But yeah, I have followed that very rule of being willing to take risks. And Nepherti, what we're doing here together, this was a risk. And it was a calculated risk. It was an experimental risk, but a risk nonetheless. And I continue to risk it all every day. I risk it all every day by continuing to show up, by continuing to believe that you guys will continue to show up and believe in what I'm doing. And I suppose I'll continue to do so until I have a viewership that's under 10. Once I have a viewership that's under 10, I'm cooked. These days, I even want to say even under 20. At that point, I feel like I'm cooked. That I've made some sort of grave error, if my viewership is that low, which, I believe that happened for the podcast that we just had with virtual, which I thought we'd have a much larger turnout for. I honestly thought there would be like many people who'd be very curious about how virtual works or how a virtual dating, a VR dating app works. And I was surprised to find that people didn't come through. And so, just again, actions speak to me. So, but I continue to risk it all, every time. Every podcast I do, I don't want it to feel like a risk. It is fun for me, but I do feel like I'm like risking it every fucking time I do a podcast. That I'm creating content that you guys don't want or appreciate. And sure, you get one or two people saying, "Oh, that was awesome. That was a great thing that you did." But I don't really know. Do you guys enjoy the podcasts? Is that content that you enjoy? Should I continue to stream them? Because I used to do them off stream. That's how I used to do them. Apple, you're obliged to say yes. I want to know from people who are not my mods, but I appreciate that, Apple. But yeah, like my thinking on it is very, very much, I love what I do, and again, I'm taking risks all the time because I have to, because I love you. I love you guys. I love my work. I'm very, very passionate about this, and it is very much my life at this point. But I'm very, very happy that I can still have a social life, even despite doing the subathon. It's your passion that drew me in from day one. I felt it, and your honesty. Thank you. I appreciate that, Spike. I mean, given where we initially met, I'm very glad that that you decided to come around and hang out with me as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. And obviously, I know where you were before. And still are, but I really do appreciate you coming through and giving me a chance. Hello Virgil. Hello, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Some watch, some don't. I just do. You just do what you want to do. Yeah. Obviously, that's a very, very obvious thing. But what I care about is not the obvious. What I care about is what you guys have to say about it. And if it's actually stuff that you all appreciate or like. And since, I'm releasing them on YouTube, I'm hoping that you watch them, Jonathan. Assuming that you do. But I don't really know. I have no idea. I apologize. I'm not looking for apologies. I'm not looking for apologies. Doing the podcast it's not something I don't appreciate. It just tends to be during hours when I'm asleep. Yeah. Perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable. I don't see why not. Personally, I watch any type of interviews anywhere. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, Vane. Thanks. Hell yeah. I had stuff come up. I literally have a ton going on right now. Even this moment, I'm running in and out of town. Life happens. You guys who have been here long enough know. You guys know that. You guys know. But like, yeah. Like, at the end of the day, like, my only question to you was, do you like that content? You don't have to tell me like that you have life is happening and shit's going down. Like, I get it. I understand that. And for most of you, I know. I was just wondering, do you enjoy it? That was really it. Because they're released on YouTube also. Like, you don't have to watch them live. You could watch them on YouTube also. So, but I just don't know if that's something that you guys appreciate or like, because I enjoy doing it a lot. Hello, Nomi. I do think that some of the interviews are very interesting. Yet at the same time, if the topic is really my thing, I'd still watch and try to learn something. Got you. Your passion for it definitely shows though. Yeah, like there's no one doing what I'm doing in terms of the podcast specifically. There is no one doing what I'm doing. So, it's kind of a wonder how I haven't popped off yet. I'm waiting for my chance to pop up. I don't know if it's ever gonna come. I don't know. I have no idea. We're gonna be on episode 70. We're gonna be on episode 70. So, you know, I'm kind of just waiting for things to pop off at some point. Okay. Well, yeah, you didn't give much thought to your username, and so I don't trust you. Well, thank you, Gar, for making up for that bot. I appreciate that. Thank you, Gar, for joining us over on the Twitch side, where you can interact with me more. You have channel points that you can earn, and there are other little knickknacks that you can use to show your appreciation. So, you're going to have a much better community experience over here than on YouTube. But trust me, it's just not going to be the same. But thank you for making up for that for that bot that just came through. Just ban them immediately. I appreciate that, Ray. All right, it's something that isn't your thing that you would still watch it. I appreciate that, Ray. Thank you. I'm so happy you decided to start hanging out here. Hell yeah. For real. I'm glad you did too. Because I watch when I can watch, even though I don't like podcasts. Sometimes I watch them and find them interesting. Yeah, that works too, Jonathan. Like, yeah, and that's really great. That's really great. I always appreciate that. So I obviously understand that people watch when they can watch. My question again wasn't when you can watch things. It is if you enjoy it. Because I'm not going to question people's absences, because like you said, people will watch what they want to watch, and they'll show up when they can show up because life happens. So I'm not questioning that. I'm wondering if it's content that is enjoyed and appreciated. It's a very simple question. I have a bad habit of apologizing too much. Yeah. Yeah, you do. and that's fine. It's very, very, very kind, but don't ever apologize for something you didn't do anything wrong. Like, if you didn't do anything wrong, don't apologize. If you do not believe you did anything wrong, actually, don't apologize. And I had to teach myself that as well. Let's see. It comes with your trauma. I get you. No worries. You do like the content? Podcast is fun? Cool. Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. The Zox. Yes? I'm glad that you enjoy them. I'm first time chatter. Hey. Welcome in, Zox. I'm glad that you enjoy them. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Wow, that's a name. That is a name. That is a name. Hello, hi. What's up? No, I'm... I don't know. Some people say based. Some people would say uninspired. And I have this feeling that they have that name because they want streamers to say it out loud. So I will entertain it once. What's up, Wet Anus? Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. I'll say it once. But thank you for gifting us up to Garth. Hiki, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. I had to stop myself from apologizing because I apologize. Good. You're on the right track. Well, nice. Yo, Go Lucky. Hi, Go Lucky. What's up? How you doing? And I'm glad that you like the avatar. Thank you. it's no secret that I really enjoy and appreciate and admire, you know, just the value, like the very kind of ingrained philosophy of loyalty and honor that exists in Japanese culture. And for the first time, I have an avatar that kind of embodies that Japanese spirit. And I wish that I could I wish I could have a main avatar that had everything. It had everything wrapped up into a nice package, for like my own original 3D avatar. But I'm always kind of switching it through avatars because sometimes I'm in a certain mood and sometimes I just want to express a certain aspect of my personality that I think deserves to be shown. And I just want to, sometimes I just want to wear an avatar. Sometimes I just want to do it, you know? But yeah, hello Zox, hello. It's nice to meet you. I appreciate you coming through and saying hello. It really means a lot. I'm glad that you're enjoying your time here. Alvis says, I always enjoy it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. I really do appreciate the feedback, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'm with Ray on this. Okay, Danny, that works. That works. Hell yeah. Actually, speaking of names, you just reminded me of something I have to deal with. Got you. Oh, okay. And we got a huggle. We got a hug for chat. Chat. We gotta chat. Are you ready for a hug? Are you ready? Are you ready to be hugged? Okay. Give me a second. One thing at a time, guys. One thing at a time. There you go, chat.
Yes, baby.
Thank you. I hope you guys appreciated that. Duminki, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the clubhouse, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Always ready? Glad to hear that. We'll get back to where we were. Hello, Thorax. It's good to see you. No, you're cute. You're cute. Yo, Hunter. Hi. What's up, Hunter? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Permission to hug. Yes. We always do. We do the hugs. Also, Duminki. I'm pretty sure I thanked you and welcomed you. But hello, Duminki. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, happy to stop by. Got adult for a bit. Catch you later. Okay, Zox. Take care. I'm a little bit late to that, but that's all right. The avatar is cute. I like the design and details. Thank you. I absolutely adore this avatar. I wish the person who got it for me, I wish I could see them again, but I think they're in a certain time zone, so I'm unable to thank them. I don't think they've even seen me in this avatar yet, because someone from chat basically donated so that I could pick it up myself. So yeah, I'm very much, while chat is so much faster, what was I dumb brain thinking? Yeah, Gar, it's, like I've been telling everybody, it's much better here over on Twitch. Regardless of its shortcomings, the experience here on Twitch is much more effective and much more enjoyable, I would say. Entertainment-wise, I would say. And thank you for the compliment, Thank you for the compliment, Jonathan. We do appreciate that. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. That was really weird. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. I did promise him first sub is on me? Really? I did not see that, Higi. I did not see that. Alright, alright. Yeah, thank you for gifting a sub to Gar. Hell yeah. Okay, back. Thanks for the indirect reminder. You're welcome, Vane. I got you. I'm good for something at least. But yeah, I really do love this avatar a lot. I think she embodies so much of what I love, just in terms of aesthetics. She's very aesthetically pleasing. Still soft, but also very dangerous, which is a vibe that I try to kind of embody that vibe of someone who can appear soft or can be soft, but, you know, maybe a little bit outwardly, there's a little bit of a danger there that you kind of feel, that I really do like in my avatars personally. Okay. Someday you get that special avatar? Yeah, it'll need to be, I'll need to have either one edited for me, or like put together, like custom designed for me, or something else. But before I can even begin to do that, I need to get my details together. So it's gonna be a process. But I hope that I can have like my own like original avatar kind of deal. You know? I hope so. Let's see. Alright. Okay. Scrolling. Chat sped up quite a bit. Alright, we got the hugs in. Hell yeah. My friends are reigniting my clothing addiction? What do you mean reigniting, Omega? If it's an addiction, you don't need anything ignited. It's already on fire. So what do you even mean by reigniting? Putting the blame on them, huh? Gaslighting them, huh? Glad's relapse? No. Don't do it. You're better. You're stronger. You can handle it. Trust me. But, you know better. You know what's up. I mean, it doesn't hurt to look good. I will say that. It doesn't hurt to have a proper level of style, of course. We all have our little addictions or little kind of things that we really like to spend money on, for sure. That's so funny though, Omega. Good luck. She's very beautiful and elegant. Thank you. Yes. So true. Elegant is a lovely word. Yes. Agreed. And like quite honestly, like I also, again, I love my ex Yakuza lore. I fucking love that shit. I fucking love it. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I like the sense of elegance and danger with like this design has. I may have to have something that looks like this. I may have to have something that's closer to this. Something that I can dance in, and something that has both softness, danger, and elegance. You know? Yeah, hello Thrax, it's good to see you. Okay, let's see. Hell yeah. That ponytail had realistic shoulder contact physics. Yeah. That's how you know it's a paid avatar. That's how you know it was made with love and care. So, you know. I have a lot of people have complimented me in this avatar, and I'm very grateful for the compliments. I genuinely like I love like showing all the colors of my soul, and I think that's really what wearing different avatars do for me and for you guys. I'm like showing you different colors of my soul. And so like you can like, it's still the same person, obviously, and I'm talking the same way, obviously, but I think the energy that is given off, I think perhaps may be different. Of course, you're welcome to disagree with that if it doesn't apply to you, but I like to think that there is like every avatar that I wear has a certain kind of energy, certain kind of vibe to it that I think is very, very clearly expressed due to, I guess, my body language or whatever. So. Too late. Too late. Well, well, whenever I go to, you guys know I'm going to TwitchCon, right? That is in about 3 weeks, I think. About 3 weeks from now. I'll watch what I can. I might pass out or fall asleep. Okay. I appreciate you lurking, Jonathan. And as always, you're always welcome to come over to the Twitch side of things. If you'd prefer, at some point in the future. It's up to you. But of course, you know, I do hope that we see you again sometime soon. Please take care. Still would rather have the red hair, but black is good too. Yeah, I did a little bit of a revamp last night. I didn't really like the pink hair. The pink hair is pretty and all, but I just kind of decided to just go all black and just have the red be in the tattoo. Just have it in the tattoo instead. Because I just wasn't digging. I can't make my hair like very, very red. So whenever I have an avatar that I can't adjust to give like red hair, I kind of go with some sort of like dark Neph variant, or I just go straight black and kind of express the colors elsewhere. Like still have green eyes, and there's the red on the tattoo. So, you know, it's you know, you gotta have to work with what I got, you know? Yeah, thank you for the best wishes, Jonathan. I appreciate that. And I hope you have a good rest. Please take care of yourself. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This mod gives off a very refined aura for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you guys seen her katana? I've shown it once on stream. I'm totally saying it wrong. It's katana. Have you seen her katana, chat? Very, very beautiful. Well, there you go. It's kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see, but you know. I'll just kind of pull back, actually. Very, very pretty. And then you can just do one of these. The katana has real-time lighting also, which is kind of wild. Like, the weapon itself has real-time lighting. Pretty fucking badass. I need this more in my life. Oh, mine went elsewhere. Whoopsie-doo. Nice intricate design. I like the dark swirls. Oh yeah, yeah. There are. It all really works together really nicely. Like I think so. Like even the jacket has like. It has like the cherry blossoms. So wearing this would look really nice in pink actually. But I'm deliberately wearing it in blue because I do believe that blue for me is purple is a symbol of royalty, but I do believe that blue also has a level of elegance to it as well. So that's why I chose to use blue instead of having it, like be pink or something or reddish or whatever. I'm personally a huge fan of blades. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah. Do you guys like? Do any of you in chat like swords? Are you all sword fans? Do you enjoy the blade? But red is best color. I know, and that's why we still have to have the red. We still gotta have the red for sure. Cyan is better. Can you not be happy with the fact that it's blue? You're a lighter. You wear a lighter blue, and I have a darker blue, which I think has a level of brevity and elegance to it, also. And I know, like Omega's just saying that because he's so fucking biased. Blue dog likes light blue. Shocker. The katana at home? Hell yeah. That's super cool. I don't know a whole lot about blades and swords and blacksmithing and all that. I don't really know anything about that. But that's super cool. Like I also have friends. I have friends who keep weapons and collect weapons too. It's pretty cool. Not much of a Suba on that thing. Yeah. Good call, Sloth. Good call. Okay, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm pretty overwhelmed, not gonna lie. Who gave me the gift sub? It was Hikikomori. It was Hikikomori. Gar. Hiki gave me the sub. Yeah. So no worries, take your time. Take your time with things. There is a little bit of a learning curve. Also, Wolfie, I'm glad that you enjoyed the looking at the scabbard as well. Or rather, the sheath. That's not the scabbard, but the sheath. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a massive sword HEMA fan, more than European though. Okay. That's cool. Very nice. I have a small collection of knives and a couple of swords. Hell yeah. That's super cool. Do you guys, like, those of you who collect weapons, do you know what all of them are? And are they like sharpened, or are you like are they sharpened, or are they just kind of like stuff that you're collecting? What would you say? Like, how much knowledge do you guys actually have about them? I'm sorry, I'm like changing the camera around. Gonna adjust the angle real quick. Okay. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Ooh, well, hold on. Can we flip it? No. Maybe we can? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm stupid. Anyway. Wow. I suddenly forgot how to use the camera. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see what chat is saying. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I only know that there was still a YouTube channel who makes real swords out of fictional blades. I do remember that. I know the channel that you're talking about, and yeah, like I haven't watched them, but I've seen maybe like one, maybe two of their videos. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It would be ashamed if they stopped, though. Four flipper knives and a Spanish post-World War II knife. Okay. Gotcha. Good boy Apple is a knives collector. Who would have thunk it? My knives are mostly sharp, but my two swords are dull. I don't know a whole lot about the specifics. I just collect whatever I think is cool. Okay. Gotcha. I think that's fair. I know all of mine to a good extent. Cool. I think it's good to have knowledge about that for sure. All my blades are real except obviously my bokken, which is wooden. True. I also have a bokken. I justify the purchases of clothes by saying, since I can't go to Japan after TCon, this is the trip. Omega, Omega. I'm actually surprised, dude. Your memory lately has been kind of not on point. You mentioned that when we were in a call together recently, and you were talking about clothes, you said that exact same thing. Like, you justified it, like, in the same way. Glad. Yeah, very, very glad. You're consistent. At least. Your motives are consistent. That's fair. Let's see. I like to have replicas from specifically anime. Okay. Gotcha, Wolfie. Nice. Don't know much about wielding them, but I like collecting them. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, nice. I think that's pretty interesting. It's pretty good stuff. Okay, let's see. I really want a Master Sword. I think that'd be kind of fun to have. A nice replica to have, I would say. Nah, give me purple dual-bladed lightsabers that spin the shit out of it. Hey, lightsabers are badass. I think there are people who make lightsabers. Like, they actually, like, produce them. There's also, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is, like, a whole community of people who train in, like, Jedi and Sith lightsaber techniques. Like, there's an actual, like, martial arts that exists that is, like, straight up, like, you're learning how to literally learn how to use lightsabers and shit. Like the acrobatics, like the sword play, like all of it. Like there's actually a community, like all about that, which is pretty fucking cool. I don't know if any of you knew about that, but yeah, it's out there. All 7 forms? Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, some are actual lasers at some point. Yeah. There are people who are like, they're very much diehard fans of Star Wars that very much collects like very, very like kind of real or as close to real replicas as you can, you know? D-Star, hello. Hi. Well, welcome in. My style would be the 7th. I actually don't know. I don't know any of the lightsaber styles, but it's super cool that even exists. That's even like a thing. when I used to go to anime conventions, my artist, my co-founder, my co-founder of my small indie company, he used to participate in these little skirmishes. So we would go to anime conventions, we'd do the stuff, like we'd sell our wares, and we'd sell our products and stuff in the artist alley. We'd do all of that. And then we would, then he would also be participating in like these sparring matches of like, I think there's like, it was like they would use like foam swords. It would be like foam swords, to some degree. And they would do this in the convention center, and there was like a whole following that of people who were just like doing these like foam sword battle type deals, and he was very, very interested in that, and he did that a lot. So it just kind of made me reminded me of that story, you know. Yo, Apparent, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hello. Don't preach Star Wars lore to me. I was there when it was written. Just kidding. Okay. I'm a Jedi on the census. That's... Really, Sloth? Really? Okay, that's your form then. Form 7, Juyo, Vapad, known as the Ferocity form. Description: a wild, unpredictable, and aggressive form that relies on raw emotion and intense passion. Mace Windu developed the Vapad variation, which involves using the opponent's dark emotions against them. Due to its volatile nature, it was often considered dangerous and could risk pushing a practitioner to the dark side. Oh, that's cool. That sounds like I think that's a pretty interesting form. I would be more meticulous, more, I guess, I'll really try to specialize. If I were to learn any sort of like Jedi form, it would be in order to like specialize in that way. Flarefy, hello, hi. Also, am I saying your name right, Flarefy? By the way, am I actually like saying your name correctly? Is it Flarefy or like Flarfy? Like which do you prefer? Flarfy. Okay, got you. I apologize. Flarfy it is. So I'll call you Flar. Hello, Evil X Inside. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for joining and hitting the follow button. We're just talking about Jedi shit. We're talking about Jedi shit and just like martial arts and collecting swords, because you know, she has my model has a sword, or katana rather. But yeah, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your time here. Hello, hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate that. Hello, welcome in. Been here a while? Hey, no time like the present. I appreciate you lurking for a while, or maybe you've been here for a while, but thank you for hitting the follow button. We do a lot of different stuff around here, in case you're completely new. But yeah, appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Hell yeah. It's a valid religion in the UK? Really? That's so interesting. Wait, being a, what's it called? Like being a, hold on. I'm a Jedi on the census, and it's recognized as an actual, wow. That's so cool. That's interesting. No issues there. I'm already on the dark side. Boom. Exactly. Alright. That's cool. That's so cool, Sloth. Let's see. I didn't go outside today, but I caught a grasshopper in my room. Does that count? I would say, yeah. Catching a grasshopper and not killing it, that's pretty based. I hope you're able to set it free. I hope you didn't have to kill it. 20-ish minutes or so? Okay. Well, Well, welcome, welcome. We do a lot of different stuff here. It isn't just these sorts of chit-chat streams. I actually do play a lot of games. If you're curious about the games that I've played already, you can type in !gamer in the chat, and that will give you information if you'd like to know. But I'm actually a gamer. I play games. I finish games. I play difficult games. So I hope you enjoy your time here. Yeah, we do a whole slew of different kind of stuff here. Back to work. Keep having fun and learning things, Neff. My pleasure, parent. Take care. Be safe out there at work. Take care of yourself. And I owe you guys a hug. Yes, I'm creeped on my YouTube too? Well, hey, hell yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. I hope there's stuff there that you like. You know, all of my VODs are there, but there's also like other videos there too. So I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting over there too. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Okay, that's really cool. I'm already on the dark side. Yeah, true. True. I'm in constant balance. I balance out my shit. Red lightsabers are just hands down cooler. True, Wolfie. So true. Red lightsabers are they're pretty badass. I would be a Sith. I already know this. Despite being very balanced in how I carry myself, you know, philosophically, I already know that if I had to choose between Jedi or Sith, I would be Sith. I would. And like just very similarly to like in Gundam, if I were to be a part of the Federation or a part of Zeon, Zig Zeon, absolutely, 100%. For any anime Gundam nerds who may also be in chat, Neff would be a gray Jedi. Is okay. So is there an in between? Is there an in between for that? And also, I got you on the hugs. I got you on the hugs, Elvis. I got you. I haven't forgotten. I didn't know there was an in between. I'm not really familiar with Star Wars. I was more of a Star Trek person when I was a kid. I was more into Star Trek. Star Wars. What is going on with my tracking today, dude? It's kind of wild. Hugs for you guys. Holy, dude. This is also one of my favorite progressive house songs. Shingo Nakamura is 100% like one of my, like, probably like my #1 favorite progressive house producer. There's just something really, really special about Japanese-inspired progressive house. There's just something very, very kind of like beautiful that I really like about it. That particular style. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I got lots of stuff to get accustomed to, huh? I happy to be here. Catch you later. Okay, Gar. Catch you later. Catch you later. Pansy Tocador de Toco. Thank you so much for the follow. I probably butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the clubhouse, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome in. If Hiki pops in, tell him I said thanks. Well, don't worry. I already thanked him twice, so. But I will tell him that you said thanks if I see him. No problem. Okay, BRB. No worries, Sly. No worries. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so why would I be a gray Jedi? Would you guys who are familiar with Star Wars say that I would be a gray Jedi? And what does that even mean? I imagine it means somewhere in between. But who was a gray Jedi? Like, who in the lore was a gray Jedi, and why would I particularly be one? I want to know. I'm curious. I'm curious to know. You can't just call me something. I know Sly had to BRB for a second, or for however long, but yeah. Okay, so we're not gonna get an answer, but I'm gonna have to kiss chat. Okay, that's fine too. I can do that. I can do that. No more talk about Jedi. Just get kissed, I guess. But okay. Pretty sure it's neither dark nor light side. Well, I knew that much, but I wanted to know more. Obviously, the what's in between white and black is gray, so I wanted more lore. But I appreciate that, Danny. No worries. We had 2 kiss re. Well, my mistake. I'm so sorry I left you hanging. More about balance. Okay. Mwah. There you go. I'm so sorry I left you hanging there. My apologies. I'm used to my redeems being missed. Stop. I don't always miss them. Come on. Warhammer 40k and SC universes were more your thing growing up. Star Wars always felt meh, in my opinion. You know, honestly, I think that makes sense. I think there's always there may be a little bit of overlap between. There may be some overlap between, Warhammer 40k type fans and such. I can definitely see that. But yeah, that's super cool. That's very, very cool. I never really got into Warhammer 40k until I was much, much older. And I didn't really get into it. I just kind of heard about it. I only kind of loosely knew about Warhammer when I was younger. I never really found anybody who actually was really passionate about it. That's super cool. What is SC? I don't know what SC means actually. I'm 100% a Sith, but I use my darkness and anger to do good for the sake of balance, and people can see the dark side and can do good too. Thank you, Flarfy. I appreciate that. Thank you for the drinking water. I have hydrated. Thank you. Yeah, get used to getting left hang. That goes both ways. Silly. Omega. We will have words! Words will be exchanged. Oh, StarCraft. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Battlebook extra means of VR. My point exactly. Motherfucker. My point exactly. Oh my goodness. This guy, this doggo feels, he's so confident. He feels so confident, and yet. Omega will be fine. You know, more like Omega. Oh, nah, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was a terrible joke. That was terrible. That was terrible. That was bad. Anyway, moving on. I think I heard about it slightly more in high school. There was someone at lunch who spoke about collecting something from it. Boo. Yeah, I know. I booed myself. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Anyway, yeah, there are a lot of things that I didn't really hear about until like high school. When I was in like elementary school and stuff, I didn't really get a hold of I didn't really like get exposed to many different kinds of I guess franchises, I guess you could say. And also, like, my gaming experiences were very, very limited. I didn't really have a whole lot of people to, like, you know, game with. I didn't really do the whole, like, co-op gaming. So, like, I know a number of people nowadays who are, like, co-op gaming is, like, their thing. Like, all they do is co-op. And when they play games, they want to play with their friends. Every gaming experience that they have is done with a friend. I am the complete and utter opposite. I have no past experiences as a child playing co-op. The most co-op I played was 2-player, and so like I'm very, very much of the mind that like you can play with your friends, of course, but like I didn't grow up co-oping with people. I didn't grow up playing games like on the internet and stuff. So now I just kind of like, I'm very much of the kind of person who I can do co-op stuff, but it's not my first choice. It's really not my first choice. But for a lot of people, it's like their only choice. Hello, Hoteno. Hello. I imagine you're going to bed, so, hello and potentially bye. Elementary school was about Pokemon. Yes. Pokemon and magic were the most important things in elementary and middle school. Yeah. Agreed. No, I'm just used to your patterns. People have different patterns of activity in my chat. So I'm very much kind of used to it. So, you know. I look forward to the day where I'm surprised. But until then, one of my memories of playing a co-op game was the original Super Smash Brothers and being bullied in it, but I still love that franchise. Yeah. Smash is like the penultimate co-op game. Smash is very much, you know, just it's the game that you play with your friends. It's the other way of like like playing co-op games that used to be like board games, for example. Like you, instead of playing Monopoly to hate your friends, you play Smash Bros to hate your friends. So so yeah. I think like Smash Bros it's a great game. It's a great game. All of them except for Brawl were good. Obviously, Melee and Ultimate are the best iterations of Super Smash Bros., but Brawl was by far the worst, I would say. I find the achievement pattern and lurk instead of sleeping normally. Oh, okay. So I didn't. So you well, I appreciate you lurking. thank you for lurking. That's actually appreciated because that helps me. Rather than just, coming to the stream, saying hi, then bye, then leaving the stream. That doesn't really help me all that much. But you lurking, that does help. So thank you, Hotono. Appreciate that. Did you ever play the Bloody Roar fighting series? I played it once. I never owned a PlayStation. I never owned a classic PlayStation. But a friend of mine had a classic PlayStation, and that's where I played the Bloody Roar. Unfortunately, she and I were not very close. We had kind of a very tenuous relationship, but we were friends and also kind of not friends. So, well, it actually kind of reminds me of a situation, actually. Anyway, yeah, I played Bloody Roar over her house, so. No, you play Mario Party to hate your friends? That's also a really good one. That's a very, very good one, Bane. Hell yeah. GoldenEye Slappers Only? GoldenEye Slappers Only was wild back in the day. I have heard tales. I have heard tales. Oh, Bloody Roar? Now, that's a game I haven't heard of in years. You would think, the really wild thing is, yeah, sleep well, Hotono, sleep well. The really interesting thing about, my path through history and, my experiences with various entertainment properties is that you would think that someone who enjoyed Chippendale Rescue Rangers, you would think that someone who enjoyed Five Goes West, for someone who wrote a literal paper in 7th grade about a Goofy movie. I literally wrote a paper on a Goofy movie because it's such a fucking good movie. You would think I'd be a furry by now. I play Sonic the Hedgehog. I play the fuck out of Sonic games when I was younger. So what happened? What happened? I don't know. That's just tism. Eye to Eye is a fantastic song. That song is fucking timeless. You could put that song on anywhere and people will dance to that shit. It's a great fucking song. It's mind-blowingly good. It shouldn't be as good as it is, but yeah, a Goofy movie is a movie that if you have not seen it, you should go watch it. It's a wholesome, very down-to-earth movie about, a boy and his father, building a relationship together when otherwise it's not going very well. And also, side stories about friendship and romance. But it's largely about, a teenage boy and his dad, coming to terms with each other and learning how to understand each other. It's a beautiful movie. It's really, 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 really lovely movie. So good. But I don't know why I didn't become a furry. Literally, if you asked me as a kid who was my crush at the time, I would tell you that it was Gadget from Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Sorry. What's up, Ziggy? Hello. Respectable? Yeah, she was hot. Sorry. She may have been a mouse, but she was hot. Sorry. It is what it is. She was smart and also very hot. So, engineering women who are engineers and have the goggles and shit, how they're portrayed in animation and games is so delicious. I love engineering women in anime and video games. They're usually very, very attractive and also very, very witty and or smart. I love it. Big fan. I love the Sonic series and was big on the fandom, and I'm not a furry. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I guess like Omega said, it's just tism. But I mean, we're all a little autistic. I truly believe we're all a little bit autistic, and it's just varying degrees on the spectrum. You know, it's just some more than others. Yes, exactly. Like you with your clothing addiction. Yeah, like just like that. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Agreed. Hell yeah, Wolfie. Wow. Hey, Omega, we agreed on the core point. I just posted an example that you had already talked about. It wasn't like I'm not putting you on blast. I'll put yourself on blast. You can't be like, wow, when you already did that to yourself. I'm not sure who my crush is, but hearing Bloody Roar reminded me that the tan skin girl was where I discovered that I loved tan skin tone. Yeah. Hell yeah. Very, very nice. Yeah. There is something very, very appealing about the, looking like a lovely piece of chocolate, you know? Something really, really nice about that, I think. Often slept on, but still very much true. Gadget was hot, not gonna lie. Yeah, true, Sloth, true. I was having flashbacks. Oh man, yeah, I fucking love, I love, like, I really do, like, appreciate, like, so many really, really great pieces of fiction that was created. Wait, do you guys have a favorite book? Do you have a favorite book? I have a favorite book. And honestly, it's probably not just, well, I mean, I could say, like, I have a shit ton of manga too. Like, I have a collection of manga that is, like, off to the side. Like, I have collected a lot of manga, a fair amount of light novels, but mostly manga. I have like a bookshelf of manga. But I also have fictional and non-fiction books. Ain't got time for that? You know, so, okay. On the topic of reading, someone said something pretty fucking wild last night. Someone said, like, I met this person at this party. Someone said, I only listen to books. That's fair. It's fair. Listening to books is fine too. I think that's reasonable. Like, someone at the party that I was at yesterday, they straight up said, like, I'm getting back into reading. I'm getting back into reading. How can you be getting back into reading? Like, how, like what is going on? Like, that's wild to me. Like, even if I'm not reading books, which I typically am not reading books, I'm reading something. I'm reading a shit ton of things, like, every day. Like, I'm legitimately, like, reading articles. I read feedback. I'm actively, like, reading, like, either fiction or nonfiction, like, every day. But, like, for someone to say I'm getting back into reading, like, this is where we're at. This is what's going on. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a problem. But I think it's good, you know? Some people don't like reading anything if they don't have to, which is fair. Like, I'm actually a very, very poor reader. To be honest, like, whenever I open up a book, I'm actually pretty bad. You're reading chat right now. Yes, indeed I am. You guys are writing a lovely story. Very, very fast, actually. I love reading, and that games transport you. Yeah, I think that's good philosophy, Sloth. Danny's like, interesting, LOL. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand people, like, preferring to maybe listen to books instead. Listening to books, I think, is fine. I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's maybe like the next evolution, like audiobooks is like a great way to consume a book. in a way that's actually, I guess, engaging, because not everybody has a voice in their head. I think that people who struggle to read, including myself, I think it's like, I mean, I do have a voice in my head. Like I do have I have a reading voice in my head, but for me, I fall asleep. And it's not that I'm tired, but whenever I open a physical book, I just fall asleep every time. It's bad. So, but I do have a favorite book though. But so I can understand people like taking the time to like, you know, like let's say like if you want to listen to a book, I think that's perfectly valid too. But I do think that there are some people who are forgetting how to read, and in turn it's showing up in their spelling, it's showing up in their sentence construction. I think they're just people who are forgetting how to read, like in that way. And I think that's kind of a problem. Kind of, at least. But, yeah, thanks for lurking, Milk Tea. Hello. And, thank you for lurking. I mostly listen to books while I work. How was my book, Ziggy? Audiobooks are good because you can multitask as well. True. I mean, I think you could also read books before bed, or like when you wake up in the morning. I tried reading books when I woke up in the morning, but even then, that would put me back to sleep. It put me back to sleep. Yeah, not everyone has a narrator in their heads. That's proven scientifically. Not everybody has like an inner monologue. But technically, listening isn't reading. True, but you are still consuming a book. Assuming that you're actually paying attention to the story and the characters, assuming that you're at least doing that much, you still are technically like experiencing a book, and you know maybe not reading it, which is I think it's good. I mean, it's not good that people don't read as much anymore, but you're still consuming it. So I will let it slide. I'll let it slide. There were a few raised eyebrows at work. What? You let your coworkers hear it? You played my audiobook for your coworkers, Ziggy? Wow. How brave of you. And for those of you who don't know, I've done 6 erotic audiobooks, mostly about bikers. I did one when I was a succubus. I did 2 being a succubus. I think it was like there was two when I played a succubus. Well, I did all the characters. I played all the characters for what it's worth. I narrated the entire fucking book. So there was 2 stories where I was where I was like a half succubus, half vampire. There was 3 where I was the stories were Hollywood based. I think there were 3 stories about them being like about Hollywood people. And again, these are erotic. These are erotic, young adult type stories. And then there were, I think, 2. Yeah, I think there were like 2 of like about bikers, or maybe just 1. So yeah. Guess I'm fucked. Guess I'm fucked. That damn narrator at the back. Yeah. I used to. I did a number of audiobooks back when I was. It was during one of my attempts to make it as a voice actor. I've talked about a little bit of this, but I'll talk about it a little bit more. Very similarly to how Nepherti was an experiment, very similarly speaking. For me, I spent a fair amount of time taking risks, trying to cut it as an active professional voice actress. And during that period of time, I was hopeful that I could sustain the work that I was doing in audiobooks in partnership with a friend of a friend. I was in partnership with them to make this happen. And I was hoping that could be my ticket to getting to the field and becoming more, well known in the scene with among like novel writers and audio book creators. And so that was another risk that I took throughout in the middle of my life, and it didn't go as planned, obviously. I did it for I think like 2 years, 6 or 7 audiobooks. And at the end of it, I did have a couple of dollars to show for it, but it didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. And that company that my friend of a friend started, he had to shut that down. So it sucks, But I've taken many, many risks, and that was just kind of one of them. Like doing the audiobook thing, that was a risk. So yeah. I'm actually surprised. Apparently, 50% of the human population don't have an inner monologue. Interesting. Apparently. I didn't want to say any numbers personally because I don't know the exact study. I just know that it is a scientific fact. But I would like, whenever numbers are involved, I'd love to see the study. I'd love to see it. Yeah, lack of engagement can do that. Wow, I need to drink some more water. That's news to me. Today, Nephi taught me something new. The VTuber community is all brain rot. I mean, you will be very, very hard pressed to find a VTuber like me that's going to talk about, like, a wide variety of topics. Jeez, I'm so sorry, chat. Yo, Jarvie, Gladge. Hello. It was good to see you, if only for a couple of seconds. It's good to see you the other night. I hope you had a lot of fun, whatever you got up to. The VTubing community isn't all brain rot. True. Very true, very true. Always stick... always have to take risks because one of them will stick. One of them. And sometimes, chat, sometimes you have to take a risk. In life, in relationships, hopefully not too big of a risk in relationships. Don't risk shit in relationships. That's scary. Just be careful. But sometimes, all human relationships are a risk in and of themselves. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how things are going to evolve. Letting someone into your life can mean that they are either someone that's going to be with you all the way, or they could be someone in the future that potentially, at the end of the day, doesn't believe in the things that you believe in, or have some level of conflict that perhaps that is irreconcilable. But what I do hope is that as you take these risks, that you learn from them. If you're not learning from your risks, then you're just simply being a fool. You need to learn from them, find a way to manage your risk-taking in a way that is healthy and positive and can help you to get to where you want to get to. But, do so with the understanding, that you may fail. It may not go the way that you want it to. But that's okay. You can always either try again or, try something else. And that's okay. Failing is not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your life. It's not the end of everything. Unless your failure is like you failed to open up your parachute while jumping out of a plane. In which case, that is pretty much the end of everything. But if that's not what's happening to you, then you can kind of relax a little bit, Believe it in me that believes in you. Thank you, Tick. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. I didn't put this on. Someone else did. But, yeah. I had fun sitting around. I'm sure you did, Jarvie. I'm sure you did. There are also people who can't imagine something if you ask them to picture it. Yes. Yeah, some people can't create a mental image in their mind. Meanwhile, I'm like creating like, I'm creating stories and directing short films in my brain in real time. Meanwhile, so you know, it's a little bit different for everybody. Yeah, hello Tiggy, it's good to see you. Hello, welcome in. I think even the brain rot has value. I mean, some people just kind of need to get away, I suppose. Some people just need to kind of get away from thinking about all these sorts of things. Unfortunately, chat, fortunately, I am someone who constantly is thinking. I can't turn that off. I'm constantly assessing, constantly thinking. My senses are so keen and my eyesight so bad that I have to compensate in some way. So, everything has some sort of value. How much value is subjective. That's fair. That's fair. Always on alert. I would say I'm always on guard. Always on guard. Always ready. You know, I don't expect the unexpected, but I expect that the unexpected will happen. Or can happen. So, it's a very healthy way of looking at life in the world. If you expect bad things to happen to you, they're more likely to happen to you. I don't expect bad things to happen to me. I actually expect good things to happen to me because I will them into existence, and I position myself in a way in which I can have good things happen to me. But if a person is only thinking about negative things, they're more likely to perceive anything as a negative experience for them. So everything starts up here. Everything starts up here with how you want to live your life and what you want to do and how you want to make that happen for you. Whether it's taking a risk, whether it's making a new friend, whether it's, you know, taking an opportunity to maybe confess your love to somebody. Failure is not a bad thing. Failure is healthy, and it will help you to become a stronger person. Because failure is something that we are all very, very familiar with. At least we should be. But some people they see it as like, oh, I cannot continue. Oh, my life is ruined. Oh, I didn't work out, so now I'm a terrible person. No. Failure is just a reminder of what you could potentially do better, or what you can potentially fix or improve. That's what failure is. It's a positive. It lets you know that you got it wrong, and perhaps there's a better way. And at least there's a better way. You know? Whole eras pass by when I'm creating possibilities. I would like to hope so. I'd like to have... it would be nice to live in that kind of... I don't know if it would be nice to live in that kind of life. But I wish I had all the time in the world. I really do wish I had all the time in the world to create all the things that I wanted to create. So many ideas. So many ideas. I'll reach into a future not designed yet. True. True. There's so much of your life. There's so much of your lives, chat, that you have control over, that you can shape, that you can improve. And yes, there are some things that you're locked into right now, but that does not mean that there isn't another future ahead. That doesn't mean that there aren't other options ahead. Sometimes you have to give yourself a chance to see what perhaps is currently unseen. And then believe that what is unseen can be seen. In a lot of ways, that's what streamers do. Or at least that's what I do. Or have done. And that's why I'm here. After multiple failures. I failed a lot. I never reached my goal of being an A-list anime voice actor. I never fully got into theater, even though I'm trained in theater. I'm trained in on-stage performance. I never ended up on the silver screen. But hey, I get to be here. And I get to spend time with you guys. I imagine something so strongly that I can even imagine the smell of most things, make fully 3D images in my mind, and rotate the image. Yeah, yeah. I very often have nostalgia due to a smell or a song. And that just brings up an entire image, a moment in my mind. Sometimes they exist, sometimes they don't. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, chat. I appreciate you all joining me for tonight's stream. I really do appreciate you. I hope it was good. I hope it was good for you. I hope it was a positive thing. And I sincerely appreciate you guys spending some of your evening with me. You know, small reality check for myself, but I was thinking that I would enter in the military by some dumb mistake, but here I am. Great. I'm glad you're still here. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Thankfully, that future is one that is on a different timeline. I mean, there are a lot of things that could have kept me from ending up here. But, I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out. I really do appreciate that. So, I suppose we should go ahead and kind of wrap things up. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Chat, do you like these streams? This is kind of a new thing. I know that we sometimes talk while I'm dancing, but just having a stream when we're just kind of shooting the shit. I'm glad you enjoyed your stay, Wolfie. I appreciate you being here and taking part, and I hope that that you'll come back again real soon. I do hope so. And all the new people who followed today, I hope that you guys will come back too. It'd be great to have you. We do a lot of different stuff here. We don't just do this. We do a whole lot of different stuff. But yeah. Okay. I enjoyed the wide range of topics we have touched on. Always a pleasure to come chill with you. Much love, Nephi. Love you, Nephi. I enjoyed my stay. Thank you for giving your time to us. Yes, yeah, yes, Cozy. Yeah, I love these streams. Glad I could be here the whole time. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's cool interacting with you in chat. For us, Cozy. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I like these types of streams, especially when I'm at work. Lovely. Okay, great, guys. Thanks for stream. My pleasure, Omega. My pleasure. Thank you for sticking around. I always appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, for context, Omega and I are good friends, Chad. Like, Omega and I, we clown on each other. We joke with each other, but we're good friends. It's very, very good. But I really do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. All the love to you, Queen. I hope that one day I can be worthy of that title. Not just simply in lore, but in other ways. But I appreciate you guys considering me as such. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I was listening. I appreciate that. And thank you very much, Floor. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love, Hunter. Always appreciate that. Thank you so much. Alright, guys. I am thinking that we are going to hit up. We are going to hit up. You know, I guess this will work. Okay, so we're going to show some love to a friend of mine, someone that I haven't raided in a while. So please do stick around for the raid. Do take the, yeah, thank you for putting in the raid message, Hunter. I really do appreciate that. Oh, wait, yeah. If you enjoyed your time here, wow, jeez. I forget these very, very important things. If you enjoyed your time here, we have a Discord. We have a Discord you can join if you'd like to know when I go live, if you'd like to know what events I'm doing. We're still in the middle of a subathon, so we have a lot planned. As you can see from, I think it's like, wait, up here? It's either like up here or up here. I don't remember which side. But we're in the middle of a subathon and we're doing a lot of different stuff. We've done a lot of different stuff. So if you'd like to know about that and keep up with what's going on, I highly encourage you to join the Discord. Also, if you enjoyed your time here and you'd like to check out other content that I make, you can also come through and check out my socials, which have been posted by Hunter as well. So check out my socials. I have a Patreon, I have a YouTube. I recently made a TikTok. There's not much on there. There's like 2 videos on my TikTok right now, probably with 0 views, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I made a TikTok recently. Nepherti, VT, all of my links are in my socials. So if you check out the social link that was just posted in chat, you can find out all the ways that you can support me. I have a Patreon as well, if you'd like to support me in a more, you know, substantial way, while also getting rewards for, you know, you subscribing to me. Otherwise, I'm glad that you all are here, and I appreciate you all being here very, very much. Thanks for stream. My pleasure, Car. My pleasure. I'm happy that we could spend some time together and catch up. Tomorrow, we'll be doing chill Minecraft ASMR stream. I'll be on desktop, obviously. So if you'd like to come through, if you'd like to find some place to rest, maybe you'll be stressed out tomorrow for whatever reason. If you want to de-stress, come here. Let's hang out. I'll be playing very classic Minecraft, as I'm still kind of learning the ropes of Minecraft, as I'm only just learning the game. So if anyone would like to help me learn things, as I am curious to ask about questions and things about the game, if you'd like to help me learn, I encourage you to come through tomorrow. I'll be asking a lot of questions because I'm looking to kind of increase my knowledge and figure out what I can do, what more I can do in the game. So I hope to see you there for a very relaxing, very, very chill period of time. And, you know, I'd love to see you there. But we're going to go ahead and show some love to... Hello, Wolf King. Also, thank you for the follow, Wolf King. Welcome in. Welcome to the clubhouse. And hope you enjoy your stay. I'm Zorabas. I'm going around asking crazy questions. Here's one for you. If what is what, when what is close to what, then what is what? Then what is what is close to what? The answer is close to what? But hello, Wolf King. I appreciate that. We're actually about to wrap up, so I'd love to see you tomorrow for my Minecraft stream. It'll be around this time, probably a little bit earlier, but around this time. So you all are more than welcome to come through and hang out if you'd like to. So yeah, I'd really appreciate that if you come back and hang out with me. But we are going to show some love to... Let me just make sure that things are still good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, things are still pretty alright. Alright. So... Give me a second. We're preparing the raid. We're gonna raid Aliora. I haven't been able to raid her in goodness knows how long. So we're gonna show some love to Aliora. She's a good friend of mine. One of my friends who happens to be a furry, and she's dancing. She's vibing to music. I know we are more kind of relaxed and chill and talking with one another here, but she is dancing around, you know, listening to all kinds of music. So if that's your vibe, stick around. Please let her know how badass she is. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, chat, I love you all very, very much. Thank you to everyone who followed. Thank you to everyone who resubbed. Thank you to everyone who gifted subs. Thank you to everyone who was lurking. Thank you to everyone who was active in chat. Thank you to everyone who just came through and, you know, made tonight worth doing. So thank you for making it worth doing. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. We are still in the middle of a subathon. We have a lot more time to go. So I hope you'll stick with me to the end. I love you guys. And I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye, guys.